Hey everyone, Presale here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. In today's video, I'm going to be covering one of the most highly anticipated upcoming gaming projects out there, and that is Cryptoblades Kingdoms. And I'm sure most of you have heard of this project already. I mean, the Cryptoblades game has been around for quite some time. As you know, skill token, and this actually did over 200x private sale price. It was one of the most hyped gaming projects. You know, once the gaming hype came up, basically, Cryptoblades was one of the first that just took off. And obviously, the price is still really good. It's still up a ton from private sale. The team is great, and the game that they released is actually the most played game on the BSC network. As you can see, this was from early August. But based on this, you can see that almost 400,000 users, way more than Axie Infinity. I mean, almost 15x Axie Infinity, more than my DeFi bet. And obviously, yes, this was from August, but those numbers are just insane. And that's already why this is so hyped and highly anticipated. And as you can see, the initial market cap is really tiny, 400K. It's going to be on the 29th listing. The IDOs will be on seedify fund and Chain Boost. Obviously, Chain Boost is the Chain Guardians platform, but most of the raise is going to be on seedify because seedify is also their incubator. So let's go more into detail about what Cryptoblades Kingdoms is all about. As I said, incubated by seedify and developed by the Cryptoblades team. So the new token, CBK, and the game is a metamorphosis of the current Cryptoblades game into an exciting strategy-based land-building MMORPG metaverse. So what's really cool is this is really going to be focused on strategy more than anything. It's not just about grinding as much as you can. You know, if you implement strategy and really play like a pro, then you'll have more chances to make gains, which I find really attractive in the game. So let's see. Cryptoblades metaverse will feature lands, buildings, and guilds, and new gameplay modes like raid mechanisms, PvP, PvE, and dungeons. I really like the guilds because obviously it's way more fun teaming up with your friends and playing together than on your own. I mean, that's the case, I think, for almost every game out there. It's going to be on a 1,000 by 1,000 grid map with different land tiers. It's also going to have different territories with different mechanics, which is really cool. And depending on the area that you settle in, there's going to be different advantages. So that's also really interesting. Here's an example of the grid map. As I said, there's going to be the different territories, which are empty, friendly, hostile, barbarian, and abandoned. And some of the lands will be available to be purchased. And the most resourceful and danger inviting ones will only be accessible through raids, which I think is really interesting. Gives you an incentive not to just buy it, but to actually play and get those ones which are really pro. So in terms of the gameplay, like I said, what I find really exciting about this specifically is that you're going to really have to have strategy. As it says here, the reward mechanisms play a significant degree of importance on the previously mentioned approach of gameplay, which is strategy. And it says here, players who employ strategy and efforts to learn the game mechanics will have the ability to substantially increase their earnings. So that is huge for me. Obviously, you should be rewarded based on your skill, not just how much time you're willing to grind away at it. Obviously, if you grind away at it for long, your skill should increase and you earn more. So, it goes hand in hand. Then, as I said, there's going to be guilds, which I think is awesome. Like I said, playing with your friends makes it 10 times more fun. So the King token is the life force of the Cryptoblades Kingdom economy. It's used for in-game purchases, obviously the biggest thing, rewards as well, and a medium of exchange for in-game transactions. So the in-game items like lands, resources, and items will be in the forms of NFTs, which are tradable and sellable as well, which is really awesome. Obviously, it plays into the current NFT gaming hype. So to maintain the healthy and sustainable economy, every in-game transaction will have a deflationary event. So the King token is actually going to be deflationary, which means there's going to be less in supply as time goes on because the mechanism in game will burn the token. And obviously, once it's burnt, no one can buy it anymore. It can't be in circulation. So the price should go up. So that is a really cool mechanism that they have. And that obviously makes me very bullish on the project. in the long term specifically as well. So then Cryptoblades Kingdoms VC investors, some of the names who are really big. You can see Anchor, I mean, that's a really big project there in there. Master Ventures, Animoca Brands, that's also a really huge one. So that's super bullish. I mean, those are really good VCs. When you see that, it makes you happy. Then also one thing to take into account is that if you've been playing Cryptoblades, you can easily move over to Cryptoblade Kingdoms. As they say, the progress players make can be carried forward into the new game, and weapons and shields can be transferred from Cryptoblades to the Kingdoms game as well. So that is really good. You don't have to worry about leaving those behind. So now let's go more into detail about the private sale, the prices, how to take part in it. So the private sale and IGO facts. So it's going to be on seedify, the majority of the sales, obviously. There's 1 billion supply total, 400k initial market cap, listing price is 4 cents. So the private sales on the 28th of September, 3 p.m. UTC, allocation for seedify is 350k at 2 cents. And that's already 50% off of the listing price. However, there's a 3-month lock, which is quite big, but like I said, personally, I'm bullish on this project long term. You can't go wrong with this round, in my opinion. And then 10% unlock each month thereafter. Then the IGO date, the public round, is going to be on the 29th at 3 p.m. UTC with $600,000 allocation. And that's going to be at the same as the listing price, 4 cents. There you get 25% at TGE and then 25% per month. So over 4 months, you got everything. I mean, that's really a large amount at TGE. It's hard to find things like this these days. So that's a really good opportunity to get in there. Definitely bullish on that round as well. Can't go wrong with either though, but that's total $950,000 allocation, which is huge, all through seedify. So that's obviously the main place to go to if you're trying to get in. So how do you get in? You're going to have to hold the seedify token, the S-Fund token, and there's different tiers from tier 1 to tier 9. Tier 1, you need 250 tokens, and the pool weight for that is 1.2, whereas if you get to 100,000 tokens, the pool weight is 325. So you can decide which suits your budget best in terms of the tiers and get your allocated pool weight. As it says, you get guaranteed allocation if you get above tier 2. So keep that in mind. That's obviously very important. Pool 1, just a lottery, which a lot of people don't like, of course. Then there's going to be the IDO on Chain Boost, where there's only going to be 250 participants with $400 max each in USDT. That's on the 28th of September as well. So that's also another option to try and get in if you're holding the Chain Guardians tokens. That's an option for you, worthwhile to try. It's a decent allocation. So overall, I must say, Cryptoblades Kingdoms has everything going for it. It's so hyped, obviously, because of Cryptoblades itself, and this is the expansion. The initial market cap is tiny. It's on seedify and Chain Boost, which are hype platforms. I mean, it really doesn't deserve anything less than a Chos Pro, which is the best rating, of course. So definitely join their channels. I mean, if you have a look at their Telegram, 40,000 members. If you look at their Twitter, they've got like 100,000 or so, which is insane. Obviously, it makes sense since they're the most active game with the most users on BSC. So definitely join their channels if you want to keep up to date with that. Join my channels. I'll be definitely posting more on Cryptoblades. Super bullish on this long term. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.